Let's talk about the Dunmer. Dunmer, or Dark Elves as they're more commonly known, are elves native to the province of Vardenfell, or Morrowind as other people may know it. Vardenfell is a large island with a pretty massive volcano in the middle of it, named the Red Mountain. Dunmer tend to have red glowing eyes with kind of a greenish to grayish blue skin color. Ancient Dunmer, or Chimer as they were known before, used to have golden skin, very similar to the Altmer, or High Elves that we know today. This change was brought about as a punishment by Azura, one of the Daedric princes, or one of the good Daedric princes as seen in Dunmer lore, after the tribunal betrayed and murdered Lord Nerevar and used Kagranak's tools to gain divinity. This event took place during a major war between the Dwemer and the Chimer in regards to religious differences based on the way that the Dwemer were using the heart of Lorkhan. There are two main groups in Dunmer culture. There's the Great Houses and the Ashlanders. The Great Houses originate from ancient Velothi tribe and are the main political parties of Vardenfell. They control most of the trade and local administration among the province. Religiously, they tend to focus more on the teachings and tenets of the tribunal, the three living gods in Dunmer culture: Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek. Ashlanders, on the other hand, claim to be direct descendants of the Aldmeri people who followed Veloth into Morrowind. They are a more tribal people, focusing mainly on mobile huts, herding guar, and hunting for meat and hides. Unlike the Great Houses, they see worshipping of living Dunmer as an abomination, and generally to be looked down upon. They don't recognize the power or the authority of the tribunal. They tend to follow a handful of different prophecies and cults, the Nerevarine cult being one of these, which is kind of the main plot line of the Elder Scrolls III Morrowind. Prior to the tribunal ascending to godhood using the hearts of Kagranak, they followed three good Daedra and generally tried to avoid the four bad Daedra, or the House of Troubles as they're called. The good Daedra being Azura, Boethia, and Mephala, whereas the House of Troubles consisted of Mehrunes Dagon, Malakath, Molag Bal, and Sheogorath. I'm a little biased since Morrowind was the first game in the Elder Scrolls series that I ever played, but I always loved the fact that the Dunmer culture seemed so alien. They rely very heavily on weird alien wildlife, such as Nyx hounds and guar and silt striders in their daily lives, which makes them a very interesting culture to follow. We'll be going over the different races as we go on, so please feel free to stick around and we'll see where we go.